Hey everyone, I'm Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 10 of Let's Platinum Danganronpa 1-2 Reload. What? Are you saying you're not going to participate in this trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy.
What the hell are you talking
What?
about?
Punishment? I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something. Shut the hell up. Say whatever you want. I'm not going to be part of this. Don't be so selfish. You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. But then...
You're enjoying yourself now.
Are you?
Huh?
Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help! To me, godly spear, Gunyer!
And just like that, the life of Junko Nishima ended.
This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again.
No way!
What the? I don't... This can't be real. No way!
Well now.
Now, I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know. But I guess you all needed to be taught a lesson, after all. Ah, what an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc.
I never noticed until now, but his right eye actually does kind of look like a camera lens, almost mimicking the Terminator's eye, specifically in the first one. Very interesting.
So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who only until a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She'd died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
Hey,
It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality.
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? I changed my mind.
I knew it.
No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time.
say what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly, you can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma! Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the Black End. This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I like to call it...
The Monokuma file!
He did it better than I did, than I could possibly do it, so I'll stop. I mean, naturally you guys aren't... Oh, I guess I won't do it. I won't stop. I won't stop doing Monokuma's voice. I will sometimes. I mean, naturally you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. Well, that's a lie, because he knows everything about everything. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then.
Wait, so then you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
Correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well,
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. I'm gonna stop now. Hopefully it's the end. Oh, okay, I had like one more line to do. Anyway, let's go back. No, I'm kidding. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course, but there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone, and that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We'd found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable, and yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her.
Hey.
Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else.
What?
Huh?
In other words,
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything. Saying stuff like that is just, how many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
terrible.
What an awful thing to say, especially after what's
Just a
happened.
second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing, because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right. We just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this. Alright, here we go. So, I'm going to talk to everyone, and then I'm going to talk to Kyoko. No, actually, I'm going to look at Junko's body and talk to Kyoko last. If you talk to them too, I think it ends in this sequence. So here we go. Toko Fukawa. She must be so shocked she can't even open her mouth to talk. Hifumi Yamada, I think. Yes, Hifumi. Consciousness has crashed. Restarting now. Please wait a moment. I actually quite like Hifumi's his lines of dialogue are actually really clever, and it's a lot of references to stuff, so it's pretty cool. Chihiro Fujisaki. Someone got right in front of us. Sakura Ogami. We can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. I guess technically they say a whole bunch of nothing, but it's still cool to talk to them sometimes. Huh? What's going on? Alright, so he's still in denial. Is this really happening?
With me.
Screw that piece of crap bear. I hate this, but still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it, or else we're all dead.
Oh.
So you finally noticed. Huh? Noticed what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. Ooh, she's right. Then could it be? All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second, you got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it? Byakuya? We need to hurry up and figure out who the culprit is. Leon...
Are you
So
serious?
we're really going to try and find out who did it? And Taka. If we find out who did it, then only that person dies, but if we get it wrong, then all the rest of us face execution. That's what that ridiculous school regulation said, right? So stupid. Alright, Junko. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but She really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say, she was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check. After those injuries and losing that much blood, frankly I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Hold on. Just wait a second. She's dead? Then that means everything that's happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever? It's really real? Hell no! Someone save me! Let me out of here! Somebody help me!
What's your problem?
You're just now accepting that? Alright, and lastly we're going to talk to Kyoko. I just want to mention, pretty sure Gungnir, that Monokuma used is like a reference to essentially like the Final Fantasy games, and the magics from those games. Like even my name Ultima like is technically a spell from Final Fantasy, even though my original, like the reason I picked it was because it was to do with the Ultima weapon in Kingdom Hearts 1. And I found out about stuff like Ultima Online much later, like as I was growing up, and then obviously Ultima came from like whatever Final Fantasy used it first. But yeah, Gungnir is pretty cool. Like despite the fact that it killed someone, it was like it's such a cool like sort of reference that they put. All right, Kyoko, what have you got for us? Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey.
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone.
What?
What? Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. F you. Fine, then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. 2-player co-op base defense with the two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP. Love that line. It's so nerdy. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you. I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong, well, do I really have to say any more?
Actually,
I'd rather you didn't.
Goodbye.
No. Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym. I'll be going too. And just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized
Yo.
it. Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I better head to the scene of the crime. Ah, that's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this is here right now and they're thinking of destroying that evidence,
Fucking dead.
they better not let me find him. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious, I will F them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off. But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know, and we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
Anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying? It was you. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next? Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. We may as well at least, okay. We may as well at least check just to check. What? What is it? That's true. We may as well at least check just to check. Wow, okay, that one was pretty stilted, but whatever. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out.
Yeah?
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left, and their parting looks at me had still been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something, otherwise everyone will...
execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Zzz, zzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka? I never know if the sound for investigate is the same sound as free time. I think it is. Alright, I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Meizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 AM. The body was discovered in Makoto's room, in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Monokuma file number 1 has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Alright, so let's do some explanations. Truth Bullets. Review evidence and witness accounts you've made a record of. So these Truth Bullets are going to be used in our class trial that comes up after we finish investigating. In order to commence the class trial, you actually have to acquire all of the Truth Bullets. There's kind of like a flag that needs to be set in the game, by which I mean once you've collected all the Truth Bullets or you've talked to all the people involved, you've done every possible conceivable kind of thing that the game wants you to do within the confines of the investigation, then the class trial will begin. So we're going to start collecting these Truth Bullets so that we can make use of them in the class trial so that we can find out who killed Sayaka. Alright, let me just have a read real quick here. So let's talk to Hiro and Chihiro, who are the only ones left. No way, I seriously don't want to die here. I'm begging you, God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me. I don't care who it is, just get me out of here. Hiro doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. It's kind of like was it Jesus, Allah, Buddha, I love you all. I think that's the line from The Simpsons. Aren't you going to help investigate, Chihiro? But I can't leave Junko here, I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. Alright, so that's fine, so we'll leave the gym. Also, the game does a fairly good job of sort of leading you in the right direction as to what you're supposed to be clicking on or whatever, if you're missing something. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. Alright, so you back out twice and you end up going to the room. So I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. Man, rocking out to that music, even though it's such a horrible, series of events. The music is just so good. I'd better examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. Alright, so there's a ton to examine here. So we're going to do this as quickly as possible so I can get through as much of it as possible today. Let's start with just going from left to right. The notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. Alright, what about the toolkit? Toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it's been used at all, which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously.
Why?
Oh, Mondo? We ain't exactly in the mood to be building effing furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either, then.
What?
Not just me, nobody's busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it
By
yesterday.
the way,
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, because, why the hell would we? Toolkit has been added to the Truth Bullets section. Alright, fantastic. What about this? Huh? Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? Okay, what about the golden sword? This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off of the parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch a little bit. Replica sword has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. The key. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it, so this must be my room key. If I remember correctly, if I remember my own memory correctly, that's right, we'll have to trade keys. When we switched rooms, we switched keys too. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or opened it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something? No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms, and with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer Switching rooms has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay, let's look at the scabbard. Actually, I probably should have stopped there. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, the sword's been taken out, so it's just a sheath, but... Huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. But how did the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're going to attack someone with a sword, the first thing you'd do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of the fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? Replica sword sheath has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Alright, fantastic. Alright, so there's still quite a bit more to uncover inside the room, but we will continue that next time. So I want to thank you all for watching episode 10 of Let's Platinum Danganronpa 1-2 Reload. My name is Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.